and I have to redo it because my iPhone storage messed up. But we're dedicated to the cause. So I'm going to start it how I did the other one. I'm going to try to do this video one shot. This is the first YouTube video I'm going to try to do one shot. But let's just see how it goes. I feel like Madrid is back to square one. I've always stated, if you watch my YouTube videos frequently, Madrid goes up against relegation teams and we don't make them feel inferior. Now, no team is going to go up against another team and be like, you know what, we can't keep up with them. They're all professionals. They're all grown men. So obviously that's not going to be their mindset. But I feel like Madrid of a past, right? How Madrid should be in the future. Madrid should always be a team when a relegation team is coming to town. They don't feel as if they could keep up. And that shouldn't be the reality. But time and time again, I believe against Elche and Valencia, teams are coming up against Madrid and they look even. If I get a neutral or someone that never watched footy before, watch this. Which team do you think is the greatest team of all time? Which team do you think is in the quarterfinals of the Champions League, about to play the biggest game of the season? And which team do you think is trying to survive relegation? Nobody will know the difference. And that's sad. Like this video is not going to be me pointing out anyone in specific because I don't think there was a couple players or a bunch of players that brought the standard down. I think overall as a team, Madrid just needs to wake up. Madrid needs to realize who they are. And you know me, I would never make excuses. Us not having Vinny, Valverde, Jude, El Militao, for me, that's not even something that should even be thought of. Because I say the same thing. Both teams are going to have chances. Madrid is the better team with or without those players. We had chances. We didn't put them away. So any Madrid fan that wants to say this, that, we don't make excuses. And I hope every Madrid fan could, catch on to my flow because I don't like teams that make excuses. No outside source should dictate how the game goes. If I was ever a coach, I always said I would instill in my players, you decide the game, not the referees. Do not even let the referee decide the game. Don't put the game in the referee's hands. So like I said, we just lost our own fruition. I want to start off with Arbeloa. Arbeloa, I do think he made good subs. I believe it was the 57th minute and then the 63rd minute. That is a little difference between him and Xabi Alonso. He makes the subs a little more often and when need be, right? They're not sporadic, they're not random. And I'm going to go straight to Kylian Mbappe. Kylian Mbappe at this point, people say he's our best player, he's our goal scorer. So when you're getting chances, especially 3 chances I can remember off the top of my head, and you don't finish them, that's a disappointment to me personally. Because you are one of the best finishers in the world. You're top 2, if not the best player in the world. So we expect these things from you. You're coming back to a Madrid team that was on a 5-game win streak. A Madrid team that dismantled Man City in the Champions League. So obviously Madrid was feeling high. You were feeling high yourself, right? You became France's all-time assister at the international break. You scored a beautiful goal versus Brazil. It was well taken. So I feel like Mbappe should have came in and maybe he had the right mindset, but he didn't execute it. So it is what it is, right? We move on. Tchouameni, someone I've been calling Mr. Consistent. You lost the header, which led to the goal. And it's just like we switch off. Madrid switches, like that shows Madrid. We switch off for one moment. Tchouameni loses the header. El Militao and Rudiger are pressing the ball with Trent nearby. Carreras is caught a little higher up the field. Moriki gets up the field, gets in the box, Trent and slaps it. And I'm like, of course. I believe he scored against us last time. I believe he played for Real Madrid when he was younger. I'm not sure. I heard the commentator saying something about it. And it was just like written in the stars. These teams are coming up against us and there's no fear. I just don't get it. Like Real Madrid just need to realize who they are. I don't think this hurts our chances against Bayern. This didn't change my opinion. I do think Tuesday we should give Bayern a game. I do think we will give them a game and we could leave there with a result because the guy who's been rolling for us, Valverde, is going to be there, right? Vinny's going to be there. I don't know. I think Thiago Pitaric or Bellingham might start. So that doesn't change my opinion on how we're looking for the future. If anything, this should make Madrid hungrier. We should be starving at this point. Madrid, if Barca wins today, now hopefully Atletico Madrid could do something for us. They might not because they're not fighting for La Liga anyway. Like Barca and Madrid are up there, and at this point, if Barca win, they're gone. And they might be focused on the Champions League when they play Barca Tuesday and then Wednesday. But if they could give us something today, maybe a draw, a win, that should be like Madrid. We're hungry. We got 8 more games left. Every game counts. And we can lose the next game, but we're still going to say every game counts. Why? Because it does. Worry about yourself. The rest of the things will fall into place. Let me switch back to a couple more of the players. Camavinga. Camavinga's been like this. I don't know what to think of Camavinga. He'll go on a streak for 2 weeks where he's looking like one of the best midfielders in the world, and then he'll return back to looking like a youngster. Some of those plays today, he's in the final third, making overlaps, trying to help Mbappe, and I'm like, this is not the guy that needs to be on Mbappe's side. He's running in behind, getting the ball. He looks uncomfortable. So I don't know what it is with Camavinga. He's up and down. And I made a TikTok video about this the other day. I don't think, besides maybe Kvaratskhelia, any winger in the world will thrive at Real Madrid. I'm looking at Real Madrid, the way we play, our formation, the structure, the way players get the ball to left wing and isolate them. No winger would thrive at Real Madrid. I'm surprised Vinny's even doing what he's doing. If you watch other teams when their left wing gets the ball versus when Mbappe, Vinny, or Rodrigo get the ball. Now, we obviously think the world of them, right? They're three of the best left wingers in the world. So sometimes we expect them to do a little more than what they're probably able to do. Vinny gets the ball today. You see him, he comes in. He's being marked by 3 people. Now, maybe that's because of theatrics, Vinny, Maffeo, their beef, whatever. So, the crowd's getting on them, players are trying to help. And obviously, Vinny has that character where he's going to keep trying. But even Mbappe's there, and it's like, what's the support? If Mbappe beats his man down the line, what am I looking at? I got to cut back. I got to play it safe. And no winger, is going to want to play safe all the time. So I just don't know. I'm thinking, like, what winger would thrive at Madrid? Like I said, the only name that might come to mind is Kvaratskhelia. You tell me Luis Diaz, I say no. You say Rafinha, I say no. The Premier League wingers, Doku, Garnacho, whatever, Cunha, whoever you want to say, I say no. It's a hard watch. And Vinny and Mbappe are probably our 2 best attackers. So when you're asking our 2 best attackers to just make something out of nothing, it's like it becomes a hard watch every single time. And it's just, I feel like Madrid got to be better. This is a team thing. Madrid lose together, they win together. I don't think you could necessarily, like I said earlier, pinpoint someone and say, if he did this, that. It was like a couple players did good, a couple players did mid, a couple players did bad. Like I said, we lost on our own fruition. We lost. We got to keep rolling with the punches and move on to next week. Appreciate y'all for watching. Hopefully y'all enjoyed. Y'all see I got no chair. I went to Saudi for 25 days. They threw away my chair. I'm supposed to get a new one. I'm on a suitcase right now. But hopefully you guys enjoyed watching. Madrid, if you do want to watch the games with me, I believe I will be live on TikTok Tuesday for the games. And appreciate you for watching. See y'all there. Ooh.